Hi, this is Dr. Pamela Hadley, and guess what? This is our very first series called Face to Face with Dr. Pam, and today I have with me my daughter, my oldest daughter, Chelsea Chia.
Hey!
We want to talk a little bit about our reason for starting this video series. And we're just so excited to finally start. We've been talking about it for a while, and now we're here. Mm-hmm. We tried to begin earlier in the month, but for whatever reason, we were unable to get this going. So today is the day.
Yep.
And so we are really excited. We're going to start this series with our book, Relationship Dynamics. I say our book because Chelsea actually, she worked with me on the project, so she knows a little more about the book than probably most people out there. So, so we're just going to go ahead and begin. We decided to do this video series because for me, the Lord is just really dealing with me in the area of transparency. And I know as far as transparency is concerned, we need to have wisdom. We have to couple that with wisdom,
right.
As well as have some discernment.
Absolutely.
With that. Not everyone is called to just put all their business out there. We need to know when to share it, how to share, how much to share, who to share it with. Mm-hmm. Maybe withhold all or withhold some information. Timing is important as well. So as far as transparency, what do you think about that?
Transparency. Well, I think it's very important. I think it's something that has been kind of missing from the church for a long time. And I think I'm starting to see a lot more transparency, especially with like the younger generation. If you're paying attention to newer ministers and churches and pastors and stuff like that, it's kind. I don't want to say a movement, but kind of like a movement. It's a wave that's kind of starting where people are starting to become not just honest, but transparent in telling the whole truth, saying, okay, these are things that I've struggled with, but this is how Jesus brought me through. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not every, at least from when I was growing up, there's certain things that we didn't really talk about at church or that you hear about. Everything was just hush hush. But then you see things on the news and all these different pastors and stuff that have been in the news about things that they struggled with. I think if there had been some transparency, at least even and like you said, with timing and who to discuss it with and stuff, if maybe some of those pastors had talked to their leaders about some of the stuff that they were dealing with, rather than keeping it hidden, some of these things might not have happened.
Exactly. And this is part of the reason why we want to have these discussions, so that we can talk about real issues that we as believers are actually going through.
Yes.
I don't know if all of you have seen, I was going to say lately, but probably within the past year or two, there's been some pastors committing suicide because of depression. We as believers, as you were saying, a lot of times we're almost taught to put up a facade, wear a mask, and not be completely honest. Right. Because especially those on the outside, they're going to look at us and think, what do we want to do with Christianity? Or whatever belief we have in our mind concerning not being transparent. But we need to know and understand that it's actually a benefit and a blessing to those who see us going through real issues, because they'll understand that, hey, Christianity is great, but I see this person struggling with some of the issues that I'm struggling with, but for some reason they still have this joy about them. For some reason they were able to get through and they're okay. So that's a witness. And transparency is part of integrity. To be completely honest, to be real, And it's just something that's required of us. And I really believe the Lord is leading us in that direction. And as you said, it's almost like a movement.
Yeah.
And I believe it's the Holy Spirit that
Right.
is in it,
Absolutely.
because more of us are coming out and bringing some of our experiences to the table, to the platform, and blessing so many people in doing so.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yes, so we are very excited about this series. Today we're going to be talking about, again, as I said, relationship dynamics. The book is available online at Amazon, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble. The first thing we want to talk about is defining relationships. And I looked online, the definition is very simple, and it's the way in which two or more people are connected. So to me, that sounds like a very simple
Yeah, that's
description.
exactly what I was gonna say. Off the top of it, it's just very
simple. But at the same time, there's so much that goes on behind it. So in the book Relationship Dynamics, we do bring out the three, what I call the three relationships of life: the marital relationship, family relationship, and working relationship. So with that definition in mind and thinking about those three relationships, what would you like to say about that?